Welcome to Happy Homes and Gardens. I'm your host. My name is Daphne Royse. I am a real estate broker, architecture, and interior designer. According to Google search, jam originally came from Europe in the 4th century AD, and we still consume jams in our breakfast tables today. Lin and her family made the jam at home. Lin has carried her family tradition with recipes passed down for generations and continue to make a jam for her family and our communities. Lin is a founder and owner of the jam Confiture since 2016, and her jam are made with the fruit from local organic resources. Hello, Lin.
Hi, Daphne. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here today. Can you tell us a little bit about you and how you started jam business?
We always made jam in my family, mostly apricot. But I guess my husband at some point was traveling to France and he tried tomato jam. And when he came back, he wanted to try to create it. So we tried several recipes and he came up with a result that was very delicious. Our friends started asking us to make more and give it to them, which we did. And at a different point, a friend of mine and I wanted to start a small business for us. And we were brainstorming and my husband said, why don't you try the tomato jam? Everybody loves it. We did a short Google search and apparently it's not too difficult to start your own jam business. And this is how we started 6 years ago. We came to this beautiful place, to Filoli Garden, and they hosted us for an event called Fall Festival. It was around September. We came with 60 jars of jam just to test the market, 20 strawberry and 20 fig jam and 20 tomato jam. And within less than an hour, we were sold out. And we started getting feedback. We had people to taste and we provided sample to taste and very positive feedback. So we thought, okay, maybe we have a business. And we started small between friends and family. And then after a few months, we created a website. And in the holiday season of 2016, it was a very successful season for us. And I think I have to mention there was one big order, a company ordered from us to give it as a corporate gift for the clients. And we customized it for them. And that was the order that I felt it was, we were able to establish a business with, because we learned to process a bigger quantity that we're not used to before. And that's one of the reasons that we started this business, because we used to make our jam because we didn't find something in the store that I'm comfortable giving to my kids on a daily basis or eating on a daily basis. So I wanted something less sugar, more fruit flavor, and a healthier option. And this is why we used to make our jam, and this is one of the reasons that we started this business as well.
You did it.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. And you mentioned tomato jam. I haven't tried it. Is that sweet or is that savory?
This is actually what made us popular. It's not what you think when you hear tomato. It's sweet, and also one of the ingredients is balsamic vinegar. So it has this sharpness a little bit, as in the vinegar. We often pair it with chili jam, which gives it a little more spice to it. It's very good to use it for savory. It complements anything grilled, so we use it with grilled meat. It's excellent. We use it in sandwiches with cold cut meat. Like there's a very good recipe, smoked salmon with some tomato jam and fresh cilantro and fresh black pepper. And if you want to impress your guest, you serve them that. This is a very good appetizer. So I hope you try it. I'll have some sample for you to try.
Oh, thank you. Could you tell us how do you make your jam, and with French techniques?
It is actually. It's a French technique, and it's different than the American because most of the jam that's made here, they tend to overcook the fruit, and this makes the fruit loses its texture, its freshness. So we use the opposite actually. We cook it for a very short time, but on a high heat, and that's the French technique. It's true. This way we keep the texture of the fruit, we keep the color fresh, and of course much more flavorful. You can taste the fruits better.
So it sounds like the jam is much chewable.
It's more, it's more in pieces. Like you can see the fruit through the jar. We don't smush the fruit into a jelly, so you can feel it as a texture, and you can see it.
Why does American jam is like jello? I can't see any fruit.
So there are two. There is actually the jelly, which is made of the fruit juice. So you don't have any fiber in that one. It's just pectin and fruit juice. And then the jam, which is supposed to have some fruit, but when you overcook it and you reach like this, the fruit itself, it loses its texture. So you get more probably spreadable jam, but much less flavor, and there's no texture to the fruit. And I think they add also pectin to it, so it gives it this jelly texture, which we don't at all in our jam.
Your jam is much healthier compared to American supermarket common jams.
I can say that. Actually, when you get a jam from Jam Confiture, it's pure fruit and some sugar. We don't have any pectin, any preservatives, or no artificial fruit flavors. We don't add anything actually. So yes, you can definitely say it's healthier. Plus, the ingredients itself, we use, of course, organic, but we use local organic fruits from local farms around the area. I think people underestimate the advantages of local, and they know the advantages of organic. So organic fruits has a lot of benefits, but especially in food product, I feel when you shop locally, you get a better product. We know that, for example, if you the time you pick up the fruit from the tree, it starts losing its nutrition. So the longer the period between the pickup time and the time you eat it, the less nutrition you have in it. So that's why we encourage people to shop locally, and definitely we do shop from local farms around the area. In California, we have the best fruits in California.
You support the local resources, use the organic farm fruit to make your jam.
Definitely, yes. And we would love for people to support us as local businesses as well.
Can you tell us how many flavors jams you have right now?
We have, I think, 8 to 9 flavors on the website. Generally, I try to keep it between 8 to 10 flavors. We work seasonally, and we follow what the season has to offer. And if we get inspired to produce a new flavor, we take some out. I find between 8 to 10 flavors, it's a good number, not overwhelming for the customer who wants to try us out. And also it's not overwhelming for us because we're still a small business, so we need to limit our production to be able to produce the same quality we want.
And can you tell us what kind of jams you have right now?
So on the website we have the 3 classic, which is strawberry, fig, and chocolate raspberry. These we try to keep all year round. We have also 2 flavors that we introduced about a year and a half ago, which is pear and vanilla, and peach and verbena, lemon verbena, which is lemon verbena is a herb, and very subtle but lemony flavor. And when we add it with peach, with lemon peel, it complemented the whole flavor. We have also persimmon and orange peel that comes on the market in around November and the holiday season, and it's sold out very quickly every year. It's a rich flavor with the orange peel, like the rich texture of the persimmon with the orange peel pieces. Also, it's a nice combination. What else do we have? We have raspberry. We have also plum jam. This is more like candy. The taste, it's like plum candy. I think this is what we have on at the moment on the website. And we have a few things coming out.
Okay. So what is your favorite flavor?
My personal favorite, it depends on the tartine I'm making. If I'm making butter and bread, it's definitely apricot jam. This is an apricot jam, like you can make it spreadable, and then also some of them we make it in pieces. So we just cut the apricot in 2 pieces and cook it in sugar syrup. This way it's more like a dessert. But if I'm eating cheese and bread, then it's definitely fig. I think these are my favorite, apricot and fig jam.
What are the favorites that kids likes the most?
The kids like the most, I think strawberry. My kids like strawberry. Very popular, chocolate and raspberry, very popular. If you like chocolate with fruit flavors. But I think even strawberry, adults prefer strawberry too. One customer told me it's like a sunshine in your mouth, which I found it very poetic. And another customer sent me a message asking, "Are you sure you don't have drugs in your strawberry jam?" Because he can't stop eating it apparently. So yeah, strawberry probably is the most popular.
And that's probably all year round, right? For the strawberry fruit.
Yes, we try to keep it all year round. It's still we make the majority during summer because the fruits are best in its season. But we make enough to keep it all year round. Very rarely that it's sold out.
Can you share how you make a gin?
The process itself, it depends on the flavor.
Okay.
Most of the flavors are made in 2 days. Like the process is 2 days, where the first day you wash and you cut the fruits, you sprinkle with sugar, and then you leave it overnight. And the next day is where you cook it and bottle it in jars. But so I have some flavors that takes a little longer, like chocolate raspberry, for example. You need an extra day because after you make the mix with chocolate and raspberry jam, we leave it overnight and then boil it again the next day, and that enable the 2 mixture to come as one and very smooth, spreadable jam. We have cedra. Actually, I didn't mention I think we have cedra still on the website right now, and this is a fruit that's not very common in the US, and definitely I didn't see it as jam here. But it's in English it's called ugly lemon, and if I want to describe it, it's like a grapefruit. It's very similar to grapefruit. It's bitter and very sour.
It's like those giant size of lemon.
Exactly. very, very much. This is it. It's originally it's from the Mediterranean area, so they use it in Italy. They make limoncello from it. Oh. It's a drink. In France, they make perfume because it has it's oily. The skin has oil and smells very nice, actually. And in Syria and Lebanon region, they make jam. So this one, the process of making this one, it's a little longer because we need to peel it. We take it has a very thick skin, and we peel the skin, and then we take the thin yellow layer out because this is the layer that has the most bitterness in it.
You talk about the skin between the pulps?
Yes. And then we soak it in water for a few days and while changing the water, of course, twice a day, and to take the bitterness out of it. And then the following day we cook it with sugar syrup, and we keep it in big pieces, so it's actually more like a dessert. You can eat it more like a dessert. You can sprinkle on top of it some coconut flakes and toasted almond, and eat it on its own.
Wow, sounds lovely.
Thank you.
How long your jam can last when they processing and made in a jar?
Yeah, it lasts up to a year if it's in your pantry, but we say 6 to 8 months to keep it fresh, the flavor and the color. And then the longer it stays, it loses this freshness. But once you open it, it has to be refrigerated, and it lasts for a month or two in your fridge.
So even the chocolate raspberry flavor, you need to refrigerate that?
Yes, because it still has raspberry jam, and we don't add a lot of sugar. So once it's open, definitely it has to be refrigerated.
And still spreadable?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wonderful.
It's smooth, yeah.
Were you going to innovate some new flavors?
We always try to do that, true. But we have the flavor coming soon. It's actually not a jam, it's more like a preserve. It's the fruit, it's called bitter orange in English. And if I want to describe it, it's the size, it's small as a tangerine, but the texture and the skin, it's more like an orange. And the taste is more like a grapefruit. It's very bitter and sour. And this one we also soak it in water to take all the bitterness for a couple of days. Then we cook it in its juice with some sugar. And to make it more presentable, we roll it. So after we cook it, we take it out, dry it, and roll it and thread it, and then cook it again. And this is how you see. I can send you a photo, but this is how it looks. It's rolled, and it's very nicely presentable, like as a dessert or candy.
So this is the size of the orange.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And are they common fruits in California?
They have it in California. Luckily, in California we have almost every fruit. But it's originally it's the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is very heavy with citrus. So
They come with the short seasons?
yeah, I would say. But they follow the citrus also.
So you basically eat like this?
Yeah, you can eat it like this.
You don't spray on the...
No, this one is more like a preserve. It's not spreadable, yeah. And we had a flavor called kiwi and lemon. And I always like this combination between sweet and sour. And this one we had it 2 years ago, and we took it out when we introduced the peach and pear flavors. We got really good feedback from customers, and some customers are asking again for kiwi and lemon. So I think we will introduce it soon around the holiday season this year. This one also has interesting texture. It's lovely with scones. It's actually very good with every pastry that's heavy on butter with butter. But it also has the texture of the kiwi. When it's cooked, it becomes very soft, of course. But the seeds of the kiwi keep the crispy texture. And then we add to it the lemon peel, so that gives it this chewiness. So I think it's very pleasant experience when you eat it because of these three different textures mixed together. So this one is coming around the holiday again on the website.
We're in the beautiful Filoli Gardens here, and Lin got some fruits, not all, from Filoli orchards. She will freshly make those jams. I understand we can buy her jams here at the gift shops. And can you tell us everywhere else that we can find your jam?
Sure. So in Filoli, they do have the jam I make for them, which is their own fruits. They have beautiful orchard. They produce so many variety of pears and apples, but also they have a smaller quantity of peach and a fruit called medlar. And this is some type of persimmon. I actually never heard about this fruit before having it from Filoli. So it's very, if you want to imagine it, it's very similar to persimmon. And when I make it, I add vanilla to it. So it's quite good and very popular with the Filoli customers. But so what you can find in the shop, it's their own fruits. The jam that I make with their own fruits. But you can find my jams on the website. And actually last year we moved from the cottage permit, which is a home kitchen, to a commercial kitchen in Daly City, closer to San Francisco. And in San Francisco there are many small grocery stores that have very like specialty food. And this year we're gonna try to introduce jam to these stores. We'll see if they like it. So hopefully also you can find it there around the holiday season. But mainly from our website. I'm sure you can link it. It's jamconfiture.com.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love your packaging. Did you design the logo and the color yourself?
Yes, everything is made in-house. I used every talent in the family. So actually the logo, my brother did it. And the rest of the packaging, I designed it. We try to, that's one of the things that differentiate our product, that we want it to be presentable, and it's meant to be like a gift. When something that tastes good from my home to yours. So we chose the colors, and happy colors. The yellow, it's my favorite color. And also it's fully customized. So if you have special events that you want to add a specific message, or you're a company and you want to gift it as corporate gift, also we can add your logo to it. And every single jar is hand packaged.
By you.
By me, and sometimes I have some people to help me. But we want to keep this hand touch in our product. We love it and we want to keep it as much as possible.
Great. I love the color.
Thank you.
If I want to have a house party, have an old favorite of your jams for my guests,
Yeah.
do you have any recommendation what I should do?
Okay. So, of course, tomato jam, it's a good addition to any cold cut like sandwiches or appetizers. As I mentioned, we use it with smoked salmon, with turkey sandwich, grilled vegetables with some yogurt and tomato jam. They're very good. If you want to make grilled vegetable salad and the dressing, we add yogurt and tomato jam with a little bit of chili jam as well. And of course, salt and pepper and olive oil. That's a good appetizer.
Sounds delicious.
Thank you. We put the chocolate raspberry on
Dessert table?
Definitely.
Okay.
This very thin pancake, it's called crepe, and you can spread it on it. My kids eat it from the jar, but let's not do that in parties. You can put it on vanilla ice cream as topping with some toasted almond. What else do we do? I put definitely this bitter orange, the one I described. This one I use in so many ways. I put it in with fruit salad. It gives it this chewiness and very surprising taste. That's usually I get positive feedback from people, from guests. Also, you can have the cedra with, as I said, like some toasted almond with coconut flake, and you have it just, people can eat it on its own. The rest of the fig with the cheese platter, it's delicious. What else do we have? I think the rest is just normal tagine. You can have variety of it.
But you already have all colors on your table.
Yes.
It's very healthy.
Yes. Colors are beautiful. Why not?
Well, thank you so much, Lin.
Thank you, Daphne. It was
Share
my
with
pleasure.
your jam.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need to try every single jar. It sounds so delicious.
I would love to. Yeah. We'll make a tasting party.
Sounds great.
Thank you
Why
so
not?
much for having me.
Thank you.